Till this day, he came out stating, Canelo is on steroids. I know this because I'm on steroids.
You got this thing that happened with Canelo. I know you spoke a little bit about it, but do you feel, in your opinion, the fight should be called off, or what they're doing is the right thing, and he's doing the right things to prove that it is a tainted sample?
The truth is that we'll probably never know. You have to make your own decisions and judgments, which is sometimes dangerous. Was he cheating? Was he unlucky? Either way, his reputation is tarnished forever.
This isn't just another boxing headline. This isn't cheap hype to boost pay-per-view sales. This could be the start of the biggest controversy the sport has faced in years. Right now, Terence "Bud" Crawford has openly called out Canelo Alvarez, and he's not pulling punches. He's accusing the Mexican boxing icon of cheating yet again. This time, the steroid claims come with strong backing, a history of past incidents, and potentially devastating consequences for Canelo's legacy. Let's break it all down. Terence Crawford, the undisputed welterweight champion, has revealed what he claims is the real truth behind Canelo Alvarez's dominance: the use of performance-enhancing drugs. At first, it might sound extreme, but a closer look shows this isn't random talk. In fact, this isn't even the first time Canelo's name has been linked to banned substances.
Terence Crawford, who's made.
Are we gonna relitigate Canelo Alvarez's drug test?
Come on. I'm a drug user. I cheated sport plenty of times. I cheated those same commissions. This is not to relitigate. We know our own. I'm a cheater. I know a cheater when I see one.
Let's rewind to 2018, when Canelo tested positive for clenbuterol, a prohibited substance known for aiding weight loss and preserving muscle. His explanation? Contaminated beef in Mexico. The commission's response was light, just a 6-month suspension, and before long, he was back in the ring like nothing happened. Fast forward to 2025, and here we are again. Only this time, Crawford isn't holding back. And it's not just Bud speaking out. Oscar De La Hoya, Canelo's former promoter, has stepped forward to confirm what many fans have long suspected, that Canelo and his team allegedly paid off officials to cover up more recent positive test results.
Has anybody else noticed this? Well, I actually did some digging and confirmed many members of the boxing media have been paid off by certain people and essentially muzzled. I mean, these are the facts. For example, 6 of Eddie Reynoso's fighters have tested positive for PEDs.
Let that sink in. A Hall of Fame promoter and former fighter is claiming that those protecting Canelo are simply looking the other way. And the troubling part? He might not be wrong. Because while Canelo continues to fight, earn millions, and keep his titles, other fighters haven't enjoyed the same protection. Take Ryan Garcia, for example, who fought under similar promotional ties. He was publicly dragged for weeks after his positive test. He faced fines, a suspension, and had his victory erased from the record. That's a blatant double standard.
How is it ethical that you have 6 fighters testing dirty from the same camp and we don't have questions or consequences? Where's the boxing media? I mean, they crucified Ryan Garcia every fucking day for a full year over a tiny bit of Austrian. So why are they so quiet now?
We also can't ignore that Crawford and Canelo already had tension brewing. It all started when Bud began calling for a fight with Canelo, saying he'd move up in weight and dismantle the undisputed super middleweight champion. Instead of responding respectfully, Canelo mocked Bud, dismissing him as beneath his level and brushing him aside like an unworthy challenger.
I don't respect him anymore because he say, I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turki Al-Ashi told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to he walk me back, and that's why I pushed him. And like I say, don't with me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, you watch Saunders fight, right?
Which one? The Saunders. Oh,
he pissed me off. He pissed me off. Yeah. So it's gonna be almost the same.
Now that the steroid controversy has erupted again, Crawford is making it personal. In a recent interview, he said, "If you're so sure of yourself, fight clean. No enhancers, no special treatment. Show the world what you're truly made of." That's a challenge Canelo has yet to answer directly.
Listen,
However they rate me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we got to fight, and I'm going to win the fight. As simple as that.
Can I ask you about if there's any rematch clause with this fight with Canelo?
No, it's not.
Is that something you push for?
No, I didn't.
And is any weight restrictions to the fight at all?
No, it's not.
A lot of fighters would like to put on a weight restriction to this type of fight. Why didn't you want to do that?
Because I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or...
And why would he? Because now the pressure isn't just about securing a win, it's about proving he can do it without cutting corners. The real shocker isn't the accusation itself, but how many people are standing with Crawford. David Benavidez, another top-tier name, has hinted that there's something unnatural about Canelo's build and stamina. He never outright said steroids, but the message was crystal clear.
If Canelo was 100% confident in himself, I don't know why he wouldn't fight me, especially since, seeing that everybody in his team is on steroids, which means including him, so he never got off the steroids.
You think he's on steroids?
Of course. Sure. How does
You saw De La Hoya
how do five people out of your camp get tested positive for steroids? Right. All those fucking dudes in that camp are dirty.
And guess who else has suggested it? Floyd Mayweather. That's right, the man who outclassed Canelo in the ring over a decade ago once remarked, "There's a reason they never test him the right way. He's the golden boy of the sport." Members of Floyd's own camp have also implied that Canelo has enjoyed protection from the system. Now, when you put that alongside Oscar's claims and Crawford's recent words, the picture starts forming. You don't have to wear a tinfoil hat to notice it. When this many voices are raising the same concern, maybe it's not paranoia. Maybe it's the truth trying to get out.
When the greatest Canelo came out, the one that you guys seen that fought Triple G the first time, bro, dude popped dirty for clenbuterol, bro. Why do you think the second fight didn't happen? So, for me, seeing that was the best Canelo I've ever seen. But that was Canelo off of steroids. Everybody else that he fought Amir Khan, he fought Daniel Jacobs, he fought Billy Joe Saunders, Caleb Plant. These guys are all weak, bro. So for me, that's why I feel like I see Canelo Alvarez and I see he's not as good as everybody thinks. Because the best one that fought Golovkin that first time was off clenbuterol. That was the best Canelo I've ever seen, and that's why he looked so good, because he was off clenbuterol.
Now, let's talk about the size factor. Crawford is aiming to leap from 147 pounds to 168 to take on Canelo, a jump of 3 full weight classes, and that's no small feat. Bud's stance is straightforward. If I'm clean and willing to take the risk, why can't you fight clean too? For him, it's not only about making weight, it's about ensuring the fight starts on an even playing field.
Dan Rafael kind of made a great point when talking about sizes. Because he said, if you look at them two together now, they look the same size. He said, people have got the idea of the size thing wrong. It's not looking at them as a physical package, it's who has absorbed the bigger shots in the weight division. So, and it was good, it was a very good point. He was like, Canelo has been hit by light heavyweights and super middleweights for the better part of a decade.
Basically.
He's so used to taking those shots, whereas Crawford hasn't. Crawford's been hit by 140 guys and 147 guys for the best part of a decade.
Yeah.
What's Crawford going to be like? So basically, trying to say, Canelo could easily absorb Crawford shots. Can Crawford easily absorb Canelo's punches?
If you're taking shots from Triple G, Sergey Kovalev, Dimitri Bivol, and you're staying on your feet, not getting hurt,
not even getting wobbled.
Not even getting wobbled, just literally shaking it off.
Yeah.
You can take Terence Crawford shots.
100%.
Canelo has built a career dominating divisions that work to his advantage, often pulling opponents down in weight or facing fighters who aren't natural in that class. Now, with someone like Crawford, already proven as a pound-for-pound great, stepping up, the silence around the matchup is deafening. Imagine if this fight went ahead with both men stepping into the ring clean. You'd see Bud's masterful timing, clever angles, and stance switches on full display. He's a strategist with the grit of a brawler, the same man who dismantled Errol Spence and forced Sean Porter's own father to call it off. Above all, he knows how to dictate range and pace.
The last fighters that you fought, they ain't on my level. And
I fought everybody.
The last fighters you fought since 2002.
Mention me one. You mention me one elite fighter. Just one.
You.
Oh, me.
Look,
it's gonna be me.
I don't care about nobody else.
And you will see that day.
You. So when I beat you, is you gonna be a nobody? When I stuff a mud hole in your ass, is you gonna be a nobody? Same everybody else been saying since I moved to 147, I ain't fought nobody. Every last one of them. Stump a mud hole in their ass and he gonna be next. Watch.
Canelo, on the other hand, thrives on precision timing, punishing body shots, and explosive counters. But if Bud can weather those early rounds and keep the fight mobile, it turns into a pure tactical battle. And the deeper it goes, the more it leans toward Crawford. However, and it's a huge however, if Canelo's still using banned substances, that's not a fair fight. That's not boxing. That's not legacy. It's a stacked deck. So why hasn't the commission stepped in? Why no investigations or hearings? The answer is simple. Canelo is a financial powerhouse. He packs arenas, commands massive Mexican and international audiences, and stands as the modern face of boxing. That makes him untouchable, at least to those profiting from him. But for fighters like Bud, the stakes are deeper than paychecks. They're fighting for truth, for a level playing field. And Crawford isn't stopping until the world sees what he's been seeing all along.
Along my career, I've been criticized and people have taken credit away from me just to try to diminish my accomplishments just off of pure hate. So what would they be able to say with me going up 2 weight classes? If Canelo become undisputed again and I beat Canelo, what could they say? They'll say something, but what
they're gonna find something, you know that.
But what can they really say?
Right.
You know?
The boxing community is split right down the middle when it comes to Crawford versus Canelo.
Maybe he's a little overrated.
Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds.
Canelo's really good. Really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. I think he has it. Canelo's really good. He's tremendous. But could he be a tiny bit overrated? The greatness is within Crawford. It's in his desire, it's in his mind, it's in his makeup, where he came from. I know he's moving up in weight class, can he carry it? But those intangibles, I believe that he has them.
Ryan Garcia didn't hold back. He outright said he sees Crawford getting knocked out. That's a bold statement by any measure.
When you have 2 great fighters, great things can happen. But I could see even Crawford getting knocked out like Amir Khan style though.
Do you give Terence Crawford any chance to beat Canelo?
I don't see it happening, but he could definitely prove me wrong. But I just think, bro, I've trained with Canelo, I've been around him. Bro can really push back heavyweight. So I don't know how he's because this is the first time Canelo's actually bigger than somebody in a long time. So it's like the weights are lifted off and now he could fight even more freely, So I'm actually interested to see, bro. I can't wait for the fight. I'm definitely going to be backing Canelo, but, Crawford is a great fighter and he could surprise me. But right now where I would put my money is Canelo Alvarez.
Andre Ward, however, is firmly in Bud's corner. He believes if anyone can jump 3 weight divisions and actually pull it off, it's Terence Crawford. Manny Pacquiao added his own take, saying that if Bud can maintain his speed while moving up in weight, he's got a real chance, because in Pacquiao's words, speed kills.
Canelo Crawford coming up September, what do you think about that fight?
Canelo Crawford, good fight. Good fight. Canelo has advantage because Crawford moving up, but my advice to Crawford is maintain the speed, improve the speed, and improve the strength. Because it's hard to go up in the high weight and maintain your speed. So speed is the key. He should focus on speed, footwork, and improve the power.
Dmitry Bivol, the man who handed Canelo a loss at a higher weight, agrees that Bud has the skill set to win, but warns that the power at 168 pounds hits differently. Shakur Stevenson is all in on Crawford, confident that Bud's ring IQ and footwork will be enough to dismantle Canelo.
I think Bud gonna cook Canelo. I think he's gonna cook him. I think, Canelo a hell of a fighter, but I think Bud just got all the tools to beat him.
You don't think the weight difference is gonna be too big of an advantage?
I think y'all make that something, in certain fights,
boxing makes it something, not us.
like if this was like a Benavidez, he's actually a lot bigger than Bud, so that would apply. But I feel like with Canelo, he's physically kind of big, but like height-wise, he's kind of small. So I don't think so. No.
Corey, how you got a decision to stop this? Because Brandman and Boozy think that Bud actually might stop it.
Me and Boozy talked about that. That's crazy. Me and him got on the phone and talked about it, but I think that's possible. Like, I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but I think it's a possibility if Canelo gets to acting out of line and not understanding that Bud can crack too. So.
Rolando Romero is also siding with Bud, but not out of admiration. He simply dislikes
Canelo. I hope Crawford beats the shit out of him.
Really? Yeah?
Now, I'll tell you like this, I mean, the weight division things, you know, but I hope Crawford beats the shit out of him.
Why do you want to see Crawford beat the ish out of Canelo?
I just hope Crawford beats the shit out of him.
Why? Like, Canelo, is it because of the last fight? Like you haven't been a fan of Canelo, or like why? Like, you like Crawford that much? Took your coffee.
What Canelo did on that day was disrespectful to boxing. It was just simply disrespectful to boxing in every way. Canelo.
Edgar Berlanga kept his assessment blunt. Skill for skill, Bud wins. But when it comes to weight, Canelo holds a massive advantage.
My good friend, my brother, Terence Crawford, wants to fight Canelo.
Yeah.
Just from your expert opinion, knowing how Canelo fights, what he's like in the ring, I know you haven't been in the ring with Terence, but what do you think of that fight?
I truly believe, that, anything can happen in boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that is his weight.
Yeah.
And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody and probably do way better. You know what I'm saying? But Crawford is a legend, bro.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can't count him out. You know what I'm saying?
Sean Porter is concerned about Bud stepping in against a naturally bigger, stronger opponent. He believes that if Canelo connects clean with a big shot,
The others say like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's gonna be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's gonna slow down. So I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he still got that kind of steam. But there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out, you know what I mean? So
Teofimo Lopez was just as direct. In his eyes, Bud is the superior boxer, no debate. But he admits the size difference might be too steep to overcome.
Crawford, Canelo, who you got?
Crawford, Canelo? I still say Canelo.
I got Canelo too.
I still say Canelo. Ring IQ, I believe that Crawford has a bit more.
Yeah.
However, it's just the size difference. I think that where Crawford is lacking is that he should test the waters even with somebody at that weight class before facing Canelo. But hey, they say he's a dog. He's got shot in the head and drove to the hospital, so maybe that's just his mentality.
Hey, let's see. Only one way to find out till that day comes.
It's the only way, but I definitely think that it's a great fight overall. Black and brown is how you get down.
That's right. That's right.
Canelo Alvarez is undeniably one of the most talented fighters of this era. That much isn't up for debate. But when figures like Crawford, Berlanga, Mayweather, and De La Hoya are all raising the same concern, it's hard to keep ignoring it. If Bud's wrong, then prove it. But if he's right...
And fucking Canelo, man. I don't know if he's cheating.
What do you mean?
I feel like Canelo juices. But I'm a Triple G fan, so I'm a say that ahead of time. I just like Triple G.
There's a lot of money on the line, and if I could get away with it, I would do it as well.
Some tainted beefs.
I think, he definitely got busted once for something, but it could have been from tainted beef. We don't know. But it also could be that, we should probably leave them the fuck alone and let them do whatever they want to do. Do you want to see Manny Pacquiao fight or not? right? I want to
Yeah.
see him juiced up, fighting at 45 years of age, coming in with a full six-pack, lighting people on fire.
That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss our latest uploads. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Stay tuned. We'll see you in the next one.